Good evening and welcome to the first council meeting of this council for 2026. I will now call the meeting to order. First topic is confirmation of quorum. Madam Clerk, do we have quorum?
We do have quorum, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Next topic is declaration of conflicts of interest. I will be declaring a conflict on 11E1. Does anyone else have any conflicts to declare? Okay. So we now move to the agenda. Do I have a mover to adopt the agenda in its current form? So moved by Councillor Esty. Do I have a seconder? Seconded by Councillor Jean Gras. Are we ready for the question? We'll now proceed with the vote. All those in favor of adopting the agenda in its current form, show your consent by saying yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Next is the adoption of minutes. We have 3 sets of minutes to adopt. The first is from the regular council meeting from April 21st. Do I have someone would like to move on adopting those minutes? Councillor Chandra?
I'll move. Oh, geez.
We're out of practice.
Be it resolved that the minutes of the regular council meeting held on April 21st, 2026 be adopted as circulated.
Okay, do I have a seconder on that motion? Second. Seconded by Councillor Esty. Are we ready for the question?
Question.
We'll now proceed with the vote. All those in favor of adopting the regular council meeting minutes from April 21st, show your consent by saying yes. Yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Next are the special council meeting minutes from April 29th. Do I have someone who will move on adopting those minutes? Councillor Martin?
Be it resolved that the minutes of special council meeting held on April 29th, 2026 be adopted as circulated.
Thank you. Do I have a seconder? Seconded by Councillor Murray. Are we ready for the question? We'll now proceed with the vote. All those in favor of adopting the special council meeting minutes from April 29th, show your consent by saying yes. Yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Next, we have special council meeting minutes from the council swearing-in ceremony, June 2nd. Do I have a mover on that motion? Councillor Murray?
Be it resolved that the minutes of the special meeting of council swearing-in ceremony held on June 2nd, 2026 be adopted as circulated.
Do I have a seconder on that motion? Second. Seconded by Councillor Esty. Are we ready for the question? We'll now proceed with the vote. All those in favor of adopting the special meeting of council swearing-in ceremony minutes from June 2nd, show your consent by saying yes. Yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. So we'll move to questions from the public, and we actually have Corporal Eric Gerard here, who is going to take questions from us from council for a few minutes. Right there, yeah.
Perfect. Hi, my name is Corporal Eric Gerard. I'm with the Caledonia RCMP guys. I cover, obviously, Maple Hills. So if you guys have any questions, I'll try my best to answer them.
So I guess we can start with, I think you had some questions already posed to you about the 115. Do you want to maybe start
You guys
there?
have asked about speeding on the 115.
Yep.
So with that, I did quickly look at some quick stats just with the 115 itself in terms of traffic tickets and written warnings and stuff like that. We've given out approximately a dozen over the last, since April 1st, just specifically on the 115. So that does include any other highways within or roads within Maple Hills. Obviously, I know we've talked about speed being a factor, so, and the public have had complaints about speeding. So we'll definitely keep that in mind. We'll try and do some more targeted patrols. I know that we talk to our teams about setting up just check stops, whether it be for checking people's documents, sobriety, whatnot. I've seen that we've had at least one. I can tell you from myself, I've done a couple on the 115 here and since Christmas, so we'll keep pushing those efforts forward. So,
Okay.
Yep.
Does anybody else have any questions? Councillor Martin?
Just so the public can hear this, with spring coming and transient individuals coming out our way from inner cities, I guess, anything particular you would like to mention to the residents of Maple Hills on how to handle these issues, etc.?
The best way to handle that, would be to simply call us. Whether it is 2 in the morning, 4 in the morning, midnight, call us. Not saying we'll be able to get out there to see them right away, but at least if we can get out there and see them, can attempt to identify them at that point. And then if we do get at the end of the day, if we don't get the calls, we go where the calls go. So if we don't get the calls, probably not going to go there. If we know that somebody's calling us repeatedly in that area because there are transient people there, or it's becoming a problem area with people at night, well, we're going to send our guys there, right? So we unfortunately do have a large area to cover, but the more that the public calls us, the more we can tailor our approach to those problem areas or the areas where the public wants us to be. So that's pretty much it. If you call us, we'll do our best to make it out there and do something. But if we don't know, we can't do much about it.
Right.
So-
We do advocate to the residents quite a bit to report. So, anybody have anything else? Okay. Well, thanks for coming. When the next quarterly report comes out, if you're available and you'd like to come, and I get to see it through some of the other committees that I sit on, but it would be nice if somebody from your side was here so that the council could ask questions and understand the report a little better.
No problem.
Okay.
We'll try our best.
If you're still with us.
If I'm still there at that point, yes.
I am beginning to think that they're like we're high maintenance or something, because you guys keep cycling in and out of here, but
It's a busy, well,
Yeah.
we're busy. That's what it is. So
yeah.
better be that way though.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
right.
Well, thank you for
Have a
coming.
good night, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Okay, do we have any other questions from the public? Okay, did we have any questions submitted, CAO Downey or Clerk Roussel?
We do not have any questions submitted.
Okay. Okay, so under petition, requests and/or delegation, we don't have any topics. So next is council member reports. So I'm just gonna go around the table. I did have a request come, because we hadn't decided to do it before the meeting, I will do it this way, but I did have a couple counselors ask if going forward, I would just simply allow the counselors to light their mics that want to do a report. So after this evening's meeting, now that everybody's aware that that's the way we'll proceed. So after this evening's meeting, going forward, when we do reports, it'll be on the counselors to put their mic on and we'll give the floor. But this evening, I will ask everyone, because that's how we've typically done it in the past. So Councilor Murray.
I have nothing to report.
Okay. This is why I was asked to do it the other way going forward. Councilor Esty.
Oh, thank you, Mayor. I guess I'd like to start off by welcoming Councillor Boomer and congratulate her on her first term. Look forward, to working alongside with you for the rest of and council to serve our communities. The other thing was, during our first term, we have achieved quite a bit since the amalgamation. In many ways, we are still young, though, and that comes with opportunities to strengthen our policies, procedures, governance, and potentially for this next term, it'd be nice to see if we could build on what we've already started by way of policies, bylaws, et cetera. And additionally, when we're considering projects, we have made considerable investment in Ward 2, and it'd be nice to see some projects in Ward 1 and 3 as well. And again, I just want to say thank you to the residents, and we look forward to serving you as a new council. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilor Chagra?
Yes, and I also want to welcome our newest councillor. It's nice to have another female voting member around the table, and so that'll be a welcome. She's a welcome addition for sure. One thing I do want to mention is that voter turnout was pretty much the same as it was last time. And that surprised me because I suspected that it would be far lower, given there was no race for mayor, and there were a couple of other acclamations as well, including my own. And so I think this is something that we should be working on, especially moving forward, to increase that sort of political engagement, to get people to recognize that, there's value in putting their name on a ballot, that, even win or lose, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, if you're willing to put your name on a ballot, you have, the highest respect from me, for sure. And I hope to see further engagement in the future, even if it's just going to the polls and voting. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Martin.
Like to also congratulate. Yeah. Council Boomer. Look forward to the next 4 years with you and what we're able to achieve together. I'd like to also put a big thank out to the volunteers that took place, although we weren't able to make it, with the Day of Caring, clean up the properties, all the volunteers. It was phenomenal. You can tell when you look around the community the different spots they actually worked. Couple members of council, few members of council, I should say, took part in the orientation in St. John. It was a great networking experience, going over a lot of different routes and avenues on governance and how we should basically take this role and how we should run with it. Specifically, one couple things that was repeated over and over is knowing our position, knowing staff's position, and where to lead in that avenue. In regards to the upcoming years, I'm really looking forward to what we're able to achieve. I think we have a solid foundation. I know over the last bit we did a lot. This round, I think we're going to be able to get into our communities a lot more and really make a difference to the families, to the residents, and actually help them with what they need help with and why we're here in the first place. So that's all I got.
Thank you. Councillor Boomer.
Thank you, councillors, for the welcome. I'm excited for the next few years working together to see what we could do. And I also want to congratulate the grads of Maple Hills for their achievements and their exciting future ahead.
Thank you. All right, so the next topic is my report. I too would like to thank all of the councillors who were available to attend the training we attended this past weekend. I think even the things that we already knew, it's good to hear it again. I would agree with Councillor Martin that being reminded of all of our roles and when to stay in our lane and what lane that looks like, and same with the staff. That's always helpful information to have. We do have some upcoming orientation in-house that we will be doing here that I hope everybody can attend. Welcome to Councillor Boomer as well. Excuse me. And look forward to look forward to another 4 years, another 4-year term with, or I guess a 4-year term with this group, because last time wasn't quite that long. Okay, so we will move on to bylaws, motions, resolutions, and administrative tools. And the first topic is the appointment of deputy mayor. So we had our committee of the whole meeting just an hour ago. And Councillor Martin was nominated for deputy mayor, and we did not have any other nominations from the floor. So I will just ask one more time, are there any other nominations from the floor? Okay, being none, I will ask if somebody is prepared to move on the motion for appointment of deputy mayor. Councillor Murray.
Whereas council wishes to appoint a deputy mayor in accordance with the Local Governance Act and the procedural bylaw, be resolved that council appoints Councillor Chad Martin as deputy mayor for the Maple Hills Rural Community for the remainder of the current term of council. That's wrong.
No,
That's
for the remainder of
the year.
2026.
For the remainder of, do I have to start that all over again? Yeah. I didn't think, I didn't know what you guys talked about in that committee of the whole meeting, but I was like, Chad.
I have no idea what people are talking about right now.
So
It's
Okay,
there.
so be it resolved that council appoint Councillor Chad Martin as deputy mayor for the Maple Hills Rural Community for the remainder of the term of 2026.
I don't think that's right either. It's for a 1-year term, that's all.
Yes, it's for a one-year term.
The remainder of 2026 would mean that we have to vote for him in January.
Yep, so the counselor making the motion, it's at their discretion of what their motion is.
We'll try it again.
All right.
Be resolved, the council appoint Councillor Chad Martin as deputy mayor for the Maple Hills Rural Community until, for the one-year term.
Okay. So do we have a good job, Counselor Murray. Do we have a seconder on the motion for Counselor Martin to be deputy mayor for a one-year term? Seconded by Counselor Jean Gras. Do we have any questions on the motion? Okay. Seeing none, we will now proceed with the vote. All of those in favor of appointing Counselor Chad Martin to deputy mayor, show your consent by saying yes.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Welcome back to the chair.
Take my sign with me.
You know what this means, right? I have a conflict. You get to be here right away. All right. So as these guys get settled, the next topic is bank signatories. So when we appoint a new deputy mayor, that deputy mayor is my backup, and as such would be the authorizing bank signatory in my absence. So do we have a mover who would like to move the motion for updating the bank signatory? Councillor Murray.
I'm reading whatever's here. Whereas council has appointed a new deputy mayor, be it resolved that the financial signing authorities for the rural community of Maple Hills be updated to remove Deputy Mayor Mark Savoie as an authorized signing officer and to appoint a newly elected Deputy Mayor Chad Martin as an authorized signing officer effective immediately. Be it further resolved that all necessary banking documents.
Try that again.
Be it further resolved that all necessary banking documents be executed to reflect this change.
Thank you. Do I have a seconder on that motion? Second. Seconded by Councillor Esty. Are we ready for the question? We'll now proceed with the vote. All those in favor of updating the bank signatory to Deputy Mayor Chad Martin, show your consent by saying yes. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. So the next item is appointment of a council member to the Maple Hills Safety Advisory Committee. So as we discussed at Committee of the Whole, former councillor Mark Savoie was the council liaison for this committee. He chose to remain on the committee, but we do need a new council liaison for this item. So do I have a mover on this motion? Councillor Murray. Geez, the rest of these guys are just slacking tonight, aren't they?
I just like giving Chad all the new jobs. Whereas council wishes to ensure representation on the Maple Hills Safety Advisory Committee, be resolved that council appoint Councillor Chad Martin as council representative to the Maple Hills Safety Advisory Committee for the remainder of the current term of council. Is that
Thank
that's
you.
right for the entire term?
Of count.
Okay, perfect. Nope, just make sure.
Just keep it that way.
Do I have a seconder?
I'll second.
Seconded by Councillor Jean Gras. Are we ready for the question? We'll now proceed with the vote. All those in favor of appointing Deputy Mayor Chad Martin as the council liaison for the Maple Hills Safety Advisory Committee, show your consent by saying yes. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Okay, so the next item is appointment of bylaw enforcement officer. So as discussed at the Committee of the Whole meeting, Maritime Enforcement has added an employee. And as such, we need to name that employee as, excuse me, as able to enforce our bylaws. So do I have a mover on the motion to appoint a bylaw enforcement officer? Moved by Councillor Jean Gras.
Whereas council adopted a resolution appointing Gordon Sear and Samuel LeBlanc of Maritime Enforcement Services as bylaw enforcement officers for the Maple Hills rural community, Whereas Maritime Enforcement Services has identified Jason Tulcut as a qualified officer to provide municipal bylaw enforcement services, it is resolved that the Council of Maple Hills Rural Community hereby appoint Jason Tulcut of Maritime Enforcement Services as a bylaw enforcement officer for the Maple Hills Rural Community, effective immediately. It is further resolved that Jason Tulcut shall have the authority to enforce all bylaws adopted by the Maple Hills Rural Community Council and to perform such duties as may be assigned under applicable legislation and municipal policies.
Thank you. Do I have a seconder? Seconded by Counselor Estee. Are we ready for the question? All those in favor of adopting Jason Turcotte as a bylaw enforcement officer, show your consent by saying yes. Yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. So the next topic is grant requests, and the first one, 11E1, I have declared a conflict, so I will hand the floor to Deputy Mayor Martin and vacate.
Already in the chair.
I know, eh? The pressure.
Oh.
Okay. So the first grant request is for the Louisville Minor Hockey Association for the amount of $500. It would take a motion to approve this request. Moved by Councillor Estee. Do we have a seconder?
I'll second.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Go ahead.
that's right.
There we go.
Be it resolved that council approve a grant in the amount of $500 to the Louisville Minor Hockey Association in accordance with the municipal grant policy P07.
Perfect. Do we have a seconder?
I'll second.
Seconded by Councillor Jongra. Are we ready for the, oh,
I was just gonna say what it was for.
go ahead.
Sorry. No, just for anyone wondering, it's for their local golf tournament fundraiser that they do every year. So we sponsored a hole in the amount of $500 to help out with the youth hockey. So for anyone wondering what it was for.
Perfect. Thank you for the clarification. Okay. So where were we here?
Question.
All right. Are we ready for the question?
Question.
Okay. All those in favor say yes.
Nice.
All those opposed say no. Motion passed.
No.
So we'll get the mayor back.
Maybe the fastest one. That was great sharing.
That was good.
Thank you. Good job.
No, you didn't see it. You missed it.
Okay, so the next item on the agenda is the grant request from Juniper Grove Farm. Excuse me, we discussed it at Committee of the Whole, and I see there's a motion on the floor, on the tablet. Do I have a mover on that motion? Moved by Deputy Mayor Martin.
All right. Be it resolved that council approve a grant in the amount of $250 to Juniper Grove in accordance with municipal grant policy P07.
Do I have a seconder on that motion? Seconded by Councillor Murray. Are we ready for the question?
Question.
All those in favor of awarding Juniper Grove a grant for $250, show your consent by saying yes. Yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. So the next, under unfinished business, we don't have any items, and then last on the agenda is closed session. So those are labor and employment-related topics. So how about if we just take maybe 5-minute break before we go into closed session? Anybody needs to run to the washroom or such, and then we'll move to closed session.